Understanding the rules of the body is absolutely essential if you want to fix anything that's a biomechanical issue in your patient. The cool thing is the rules of the body don't change. They're based on physics and based on biology, and so they don't change. It doesn't matter if your patient's an athlete or a couch potato, if they're old, if they're young, if they eat healthy, if they don't eat healthy. It doesn't matter. The rules of the body are the same. The first rule of the body is that muscles only pull. So if you understand that muscles only pull, that when you're doing your treatment and you're designing your homework exercises, you can understand which muscles to engage and which ones not to, because again, muscles only pull. The second rule of the body is that joints are a pivot point around which muscles pull to create motion. So the joint is a point of stability, and the muscles create motion around that point of stability. The cool thing is chiropractors can affect both, because when a joint doesn't move very much, we adjust it so it moves a lot more. And if there's a muscle that's too tight, immediately following the adjustment, it relaxes. Or if it's too relaxed and flaccid, immediately following the adjustment, it tightens up again. This is all based on biology and all based on the design of the human body. Posture is a combination of muscle tone and joint position. And there's no good or bad according to the brain, but there is good or bad according to whole body function. So the brain doesn't know that this isn't great, so it doesn't try to change it, especially when your patient doesn't realize that's the position that they're in. So when someone has poor posture and they're slouching a bunch, it just means that the muscle tone back there is kind of sucky and the muscle tone in the front's probably a little bit too high. The joint positions aren't great, and the good news is as chiropractors we can change posture just by adjusting joint position and by doing some rehabilitation to change that muscle tone. Another rule of the body is the more motion something has, the less stable it is. The less motion something has, the more stable it is. Now, that's neither good nor bad. Stability and instability aren't something to think of as good and bad, because stability, too much stability, leads to fusion and fixation and all kinds of bad things. And too much instability leads to loosey-goosey parts that come out of place and don't function well. So you've got to have a balance of both. The great thing about chiropractic adjustments is that they reduce stability so that you can get more motion. And then with homework exercises, we can re-stabilize that area and maintain that full range of motion. So you need both the adjustment to increase the motion, and you need the stabilization exercises to increase the stability of that functional section of the body. It's super important to remember that if all you're doing is adjusting, that system you're adjusting into is getting less and less and less stable. There has to be another piece to create that stability on the other side. Adjustments are wonderful things. They change wonderful things in the body, but as those ligaments get looser and looser and the body's compensation patterns come back over and over and over again because of that frequent adjustment and that instability, that person doesn't get healthier. In fact, what they need is that adjustment on a more regular basis. And that's not what we're shooting for, right? We're not shooting to continuously adjust our patients over and over and over. Our goal is to get them better and help them to stay better. Therefore, you do the adjustment and you do some rehab so that that muscle can turn back on and do its job so that subluxation doesn't come back. That's magic, and that's going to change your patients' lives forever and create sustainable health for them so they don't continuously need that same adjustment over and over and over. Also helps you as a practitioner not get so bored with those patients who keep coming back with that same subluxation pattern, because it'll actually change and they'll actually get better. You know, when someone gets better, they immediately send you all of their friends. So don't worry about your office not being full because you're getting patients better. That is in fact the goal, because you do want to see other people and have a larger ripple effect on the world. So just based on the rules of the body, if there's a muscle that's too tight, it's because another muscle's not doing its job. So you want to figure out which muscle's not doing its job and rehabilitate that muscle so that this muscle can go on a much needed vacation. That's how I describe it to my patients. They totally understand it. They get it. Everyone has been overworked because someone went on vacation, so they understand that concept. The other piece of it is making sure the joints move and continue to move. The reason joints get fixated, get stuck, get subluxated is because they don't feel safe to move in their environment. Whether that's spiritual safe, physical safe, mental safe, doesn't matter. Any of those parts don't feel safe, and your body will start to lock up, and I call it scared bunny rabbit mode. So the body goes into scared bunny rabbit mode and it doesn't want to move. Well, our job as chiropractors is to get it moving, but if you get it moving and don't also provide safety, aka homework exercises that help to stabilize that area, it's going to go right back into scared bunny rabbit mode when that stressor comes at them again. So in order to get our patients better and help them stay better, remember, adjust absolutely correctly, thoroughly, and make sure you're adjusting very specifically. And then homework exercises designed very specifically, easy to do, easy to follow, that your patient will actually do. Therefore, they get better and they stay better. So you can be the best chiropractor for your patients, for your practice, and for yourself. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for taking such great care of your patients.